Okay.
Welcome to WCMH. My name is Julie Lindahl, reporting from the boardroom at Catholic Memorial High School. Thank you so much for volunteering for our open house next Thursday, October 25th. This is the most important night of the year in our efforts to increase enrollment. This is our chance as a school community to show 350 prospective students and their parents who we are as a school community. Our parents are our best ambassadors. The community listens to what each of you has to say about your personal experiences at CMH. When you arrive next Thursday night, please park in the parking lot at St. Mary's Church. We want to make sure that our parking lots are available for our visitors that evening. You can then check in the CMH cafeteria by 5:15. Once all of our tour guides have checked in, we will start with a few announcements and then begin the evening with prayer. We will have snacks and water available for the tour guides. However, we will not be supplying a full dinner, so please make sure you come with a little something in your stomach. Please make sure to wear khaki pants or dress pants and a CMH shirt. We do have Catholic Memorial polos available in the admissions office until next Wednesday, if you would like to come and pick one up or have your student pick one up for you. Otherwise, if we do have shirts left, we do have a limited number, they will be available the night of open house in the cafeteria. This year, Father Paul and Bob, Dr. Hall, will be speaking at 6 p.m. to our prospective families. This talk will last about 15 minutes. Tours will begin around 6:15. At this time, we do expect a rush from everyone leaving the talk by Father and Dr. Hall. Tours will be led by a parent and a student. The student will be a sophomore, junior, or senior, and most often you will be touring with two prospective families. The CMH staff members that evening will be matching you up with the families for your tour. On the tour, there are 15 stops. You do not have to stop at all 15 stops. Please tailor the tour to the family's interests. The families will have a tour book and will have been encouraged to mark about 7 stops that they would like to see. And don't worry, the students will know their way around the building, so you don't have to lead the tour. The students can do that. There will also be arrows along the way pointing out where you should be going. So when you meet your family, please make sure that you introduce yourself, shake hands with the parents, with the kids. Make sure you ask for their names in order to personalize the tour a little bit more. When you introduce yourself, you can say which parish you're a member of, what grade your students are in or were in when they attended Catholic Memorial, if you are a graduate of the school or not, and ask them if this is their first time visiting Catholic Memorial and if they have any particular time constraints. We want to make sure that we go at their pace. And please make sure that our Catholic Memorial student that you're paired with does the same thing, that they introduce themselves and shake hands with the entire group as well. At each tour stop, you will find a highlight sheet. These are your talking points. Please go into the rooms and make sure that you introduce the families to the faculty members. If the faculty members are extremely busy and they can wait a little bit, that would be great. If not, that's okay as well. If the family's not interested in a particular tour stop, at least stop for a minute and talk about the highlights that are posted on the door. During the tour, make sure you ask the families if they have any specific questions. Share your experiences with the families. Ask them what they're looking for in a high school. Make this experience about them and what the CMH community can do for their family, and incorporate how CMH has helped your family or served your family and student as well. Again, please be conscious of time. Ask if the family has any time constraints, and you can go at their pace. Throughout the school, there will also be art displays and testimonials. Please point these out and allow the families to stop and look at them if they're interested. When the tour ends, you will be at the theater. When you finish covering the highlights for the theater, ask them if there's anything else they would like to see. Please review the highlights of the evening that's posted on Edline. So if they would like to go see sports, you know where the sports are. If they'd like to see tuition assistance, you know where that is. Or if they'd like to talk about testing or shadowing, please review the highlights of the evening so you can familiarize yourself with what's going on that night. If the family would like to see something else, feel free to walk them there. Or if they're finished for the evening, you can wrap up the tour. When wrapping up the tour, ask if they've turned in their information card or registration card for that night for open house. If not, you can collect it and immediately bring it to a volunteer at the registration table in the in-pro lobby. This is our way of knowing who was there that night, and that gives us their contact information so we can follow up. When you're finished with the family, Make sure that you thank them for coming and encourage them to visit again, or to have a student come and be a crusader for a day. That's the Shadow program, where the 7th and 8th graders can come to Catholic Memorial and shadow. And once again, shake their hands, thank them for coming, make sure our kids do that too, and hopefully they had an enjoyable night. And then when you're finished, please report back to the cafeteria. Don't lose your student. They tend to wander and see friends and get excited. But take your student with you, go back to the cafeteria. You'll probably be doing 2 tours that evening. There's other information for you to review on Edline. There's some tour guide specifics or reminders, and the highlights of the evening will also be posted, as I talked about earlier. Thank you so much for sharing your CMH experiences with prospective families. Your authentic voice and personal stories will convey so much more than any of our brochures could ever do. We're grateful that you're volunteering and contributing to our efforts to increase enrollment. Thank you, and we'll see you on Thursday.